Welcome to Beginner's Guide for the C programming tutorial videos. Welcome back. In today's tutorial, we are going to discuss about conditional loop in C program. So what is conditional loop and what is the use of conditional loop in C program? This conditional loop involves repeating some portion of the program either a specified number of times or until a particular condition is being satisfied. This repetitive operation is done through the loop control instruction. Actually, there are three loop control instructions that we use in our C program. The first one is for loop, second one is while loop, and the third one is do while loop. So in this tutorial video, we are going to discuss about for loop and how you can use the for loop in program. These other loops like while loop and do while loop, we will see them later. Okay, first one is the syntax for the for loop. So what is the syntax? How can you use the for loop in your C program? The syntax for the for loop is you have to use the keyword called for. Then it is going to take three parameters. First one is the initialization, second one is the condition, and third one is the increment or decrement operator. So this is a basic syntax for the for loop. So what is initialization? This step is execute first, and this is execute only once when we are entering into the loop for the first time. Then it will be done. So what is condition? This is the next step after the initialization step. If this condition is true, this statement is going to be executed. If this condition is false, then this statement is not going to be executed. Instead, the control is going to move out of this for loop. So what is increment and decrement in the for loop and what it does? If the condition is true, this body of the statement is going to be executed, right? After, this value will be incremented or decremented using this increment and decrement operator. So how is the flow of this for loop? The first step is we are going to initialize. Then from the initialization, it is going to the condition. It is going to check whether the given condition is true or false. If that condition is true, it is coming to this body of the statement. It will execute the body of the statement. Then from here, it will go to this increment or decrement operator. So the value will be incremented or decremented based on the condition that you are putting in that program. After increment or decrement, again it is go to the condition. We are going to check the condition. Again, if this condition is true, it is going to execute the body of the statement. Again, that value will be incremented or decremented. Then again we are going to check this condition. So this for loop is going to be executed until this condition fails. So this is how the for loop works. So let us quickly write this program to understand the basic concept of for loop. The problem says write the program using for loop to print the numbers starting from 11 to 20. Okay, so what are we going to do? We are going to print the numbers, integer, let's say numbers. Okay, now we are going to use the for loop to print the numbers starting from 11 up to 20. So let's say for loop. So what is the first step according to the syntax? Initialization. So I have to initialize these numbers equals to, I want to start printing from 11, right? So my initialization is 11, then semicolon. Then what is the next step? Condition, right? So I need to write the condition. So what is the condition here? The condition is these numbers has to be less than or equals to 20. So what is the condition here? I want to print the number starting from 11, that is the reason why the initialization is 11, up to 20, less than or equal to 20. What does it mean? I am able to print starting from 11 up to 20. Then what I have to do? I have to increment these numbers every time. To print, what is the body of the statement? I am going to print, what am I going to print? The percentage D comma numbers. I hope you understand what I mean. This is a for loop. First is the initialization step. Initialization is the first step. What you want to initialize, because I want to initialize to 11 because I want to print the number starting from 11. So as I told you, this initialization will be executed only once in the program. So the first step of the program is initialization. So this one will be done only once. Then from here the control will move into this condition. Now the condition is, what is the number here? The number is equals to 11, isn't it? So here we are going to check 11 less than or equals to 20. Is it true or false? Is true. If this condition is true, we are going to print the numbers. What is the number value now? The number value is 11. So I am going to print the value of 11. Then from here, this 11 will be transferred to this increment operator, numbers plus plus. What does it mean? This 11 will become 12 now. Then this 12 will be assigned to these numbers. Now 12 less than or equals to 20. Is it true or false? True. Then the control will move into this body. Now what is the number value? The number value is 12. Then again this control will move into these numbers. Now what is the numbers value? Number value will be incremented. Before the number value was 12. After incrementing the value, it will become 13. Now the numbers value is 13. Now that 13 will be assigned to these numbers. So 13 less than or equal to 20. Is it true or false? Is true. If it is true, what is going to happen? This statement is going to be executed. Now what is the numbers value? This is 13. Then from here this 13 will be transferred to this increment operator. This increment operator is going to increment the value of this 13. After incrementing the value, 13 will become 14. This 14 will assign to these numbers again. So what is the value for the numbers now? 14. 14 less than or equal to 20 is the condition is true, meaning it is going to print 14. So it is going to repeat until this condition. For example, at some point this value is going to be 20. 20 less than or equal to 20. Is it true or false? It's still true. So it is come here. It is going to print 20. Now this 20 will be incremented at some point. Then this value will become 21. 21 less than or equal to 20. Is it true or false? In this case, the condition will become false. When the condition is false, what is going to happen? This control is going to be moved out of this for loop, meaning the program has come to an end. So let me run this one. As we expected, it started printing the number starting from 11 up to 20. What if I initialize this value to 21? What does it mean? Initially the number's value is 21. Then again this number value is 21 less than or equals to 20. What does it mean? This condition will fail. So when you run this one, it is just going to give you the blank screen, just because the condition is fail. If you want to print the number starting from 1 to 10, so what you need to do? You have to initialize the value to 1. What is the maximum number that you want to print? Is 10, right? So put 10 there. Run is going to print the number starting from 1 up to 10. Now I hope you understand how the for loop works. For more tutorial videos, kindly subscribe to Beginner's Guide.